Hey there, y'all. Eric, our functional farmhouse, coming at you. Today, the topic is shade sails, best practices. I'm going to show you some things we learned, and I'm going to show you what we think do not do. And I'm stuck with my do not do. We're here. It is the second week, coming in the second week of January. We've got a 24-foot by 24-foot square as the main sail, and I have a smaller one set up over my jacuzzi. And I have set up further out in the backyard for another set, but I have a spring-free trampoline that we were gifted that's too tall to fit underneath it. I'm working on a height restriction, and I can only get my anchors on the house about 9 feet up. So with sag and whatnot, I can't fit the trampoline under. But I'm going to show you how we anchored this. And I'm going to show you my posts on the other side, and we're going to see the deflection in the wood and why I would go metal if we were to redo this, and why I'm stuck with what I've got. All right, y'all, we are up on the roof, and I have these anchors. These go through into the top plate of this wall, which is 3 2x4 stacked. I installed these when I re-roofed the house back in 2020. We measured off and installed 4 of these anchors into the top plate, and those are working great. Chains are really a best practice on anchoring because they don't stretch. I have cables, I've tried cables, and they have to get tensioned up a lot. And you can see there's quite a bit of deflection. I have been tensioning this and retensioning it with the turnbuckles, and I keep getting sag, and I'm going to show you why. All right, y'all, we're on the other side, and here we've got our chain. We've got our turnbuckle. I have 3 turnbuckles on this. You really don't need 4. You can tension it across. I have my anchor on top, and you can see that that is deflecting. And I have these 6x6x8 posts, which are buried 3 feet in 440 pounds of concrete each. And these were perfectly plumb and square when I installed them. And now we're going to show you over here. We're not so plumb anymore. This is a 6-foot level. This is out. This post has deflected a good 4 inches this way. And a good 3 inches this way. I thought my eyes were deceiving me, and I've got pictures of installing this. I dry bagged 2 bags in the bottom so I could get these super straight, and then I wet bagged the rest and maintain that. And I'm losing tension in the shade sail because my posts are deflecting. You know, the sail stretches, and it's going to continue to stretch a little bit, but I've basically given up on trying to tension it all the way. I can tension it up, and it'll just keep pulling these posts. So my word of the wise, don't use wood. You know, this is a rather large sail. We are in a protected, we're kind of at the bottom of this bowl, and this is in the backyard surrounded by trees. It doesn't see a whole lot of wind. If I were across the street, this thing would have ripped off and taken flight a long time ago. I do have lights and misters. So here we have some cable. I do have to, you know, I tension these with that turnbuckle, but I have pulled, you can see maybe, I have pulled the cable through because the cable stretches. Now, metal at the time of install, when I bought this stuff, that was peak COVID pricing in 2020, and even these posts were expensive, and everything I could find online at that time suggested that 5 feet or 8 foot post, 6x6, should be adequate for the load that this type of sail can generate. And it has been. I don't feel that it's unsafe, but it is becoming unsightly. And I've got 400 plus pounds of concrete plus these. I'm not getting these out by hand. So to remove these and go metal for me would be kind of a big deal. I'm just not willing to do it right now. You know, if I've got to get a tractor back here and that's what it would take, I might consider it. But just sharing this, y'all, because I know we get asked quite a few questions on the shade, and you want to make sure that you're anchoring it. Like I said, I've got my anchors on the house. They're not in the fascia board. The fascia board is decorative for the most part. It is not a load-bearing structure. I've seen homes where people have them anchored to the fascia board, and that is just an accident waiting to occur and ripping those off. So you want to anchor into solid wood if possible, or you know, if you're going small, you know, if you're going 8 to 10 feet, you might be able to get away with lighter hardware, but again, you want this thing as strong as possible. So I'd stay away from the wood, and hopefully y'all can learn from our mistake here. And let me know, do you have one? Are you having issues? I know a friend of mine had one installed. He had even bigger sails than this, and they were really tall metal poles, and they had to get re-anchored multiple times, even though they were installed at a 15-degree back. There's a lot of load on these things, so want to share that. Hope you're all having a good one, and don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and we'll see you all in the next one.